Welcome back to the sixth episode of the Transport Fever 2 series, currently leaving London or Watford or whatever it's called on the express train. Like usual between episodes I've been doing some steady kind of upgrades to vehicles, whatever. You can see this train's now an electric, and if you pop out, it's got two locomotives just for the extra power. As you can see, it's going quite fast. I mean, these carriages will max out at 75, but I mean, it's 1950 at the moment. Only a few more decades until we get the proper high-speed trains. But anyway, in this episode I was thinking of, like, we've got several kind of lines coming out London to the west and maybe through Birmingham, but we haven't actually got anything coming out to the south, to the kind of northeast. So I was thinking we might do a bit of you might need to know the London Transport Network well for this reference, but you might need to do a Thameslink. Basically, I'm going to do a north-south rail line that goes straight through London, probably terminating in like Brighton or something, or maybe I'll kind of like disperse the lines because traffic's built right back up again coming from here. So I think first I've had to think that, like, got food being produced here. We got this station here. Could we not, like, provide food to more places from this station? And the answer is yes, of course we can provide food to more places from this station. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a second platform. Oh, what's wrong? How's that happened? What are you doing? This game is weird sometimes. Right. It's past the junction now. Send you back the other way. Done. Sometimes if you like mess with a station while the game's in play mode, it does weird things, so keep it in paused for now. So, I've got this kind of single track line going up here. I'm probably gonna double it for a little bit, but then, because if I was to like do a crossover here, have it doubled up to here, it's decent space, and then here, unless it could say run into here. Yeah, this kind of whole setup is a bit off. You know what, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to run this line in like this. And then it could, to be honest, if I just take off this signal here, it'll kind of use this as a crossover, which is fine. And then I now can place some more signals down. Just here, 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 here. So that it's now using both tracks, see? So, if I'm trying to think of where to get it to, Swindon. Where's the cargo one in Swindon? Actually not too far away from the station. If we take off the kind of coverage overview, it does cover most of it, so I might just think this is just a case of, I mean, you don't need a cargo building, but I like to have it in anyway, because it feels a bit more realistic, and also, if we ever want to pick up some cargo from here, it provides capacity anyway. So we shall need, I think I'm going to do a cargo platform like this, and then tracks down here, and then because this is quite close to the junction, it's might be a bit awkward. But what I'm actually going to do now is create like some parallel lines running down here. So it's just not going to work at the moment because there's a signal there. That's why. But if we'll just like run some like parallel lines down here, this is getting really complicated. But and these could be used for the cargo trains. So if we actually just like cut these off now. then, well, you said that little bit of track there. So, if we run parallel up to here, then turn off, do the same thing here. So then, these depot tracks are going to get annoying. So, everything will work fine once this is finished, but then, too much slope, that's annoying. So, trying to just get something to turn off there which would work. So, connecting that up there, this here, and then that's a bit slow to cut it in. More signal just deleting. And then, oh, Reading fuel, because there's no crossover here, that's why. So, if I just get a nice long crossover there, that's done. So, where were we with signals? Could do with one there, one after it's the one-way section. So, I could do with one here and another little bit further down so it clears the kind of whole junction area. That signal's going in is fine. That's good. So this can go in there. This is going to need to get over to the other line. So like that. And then signal there. Signal there. There. Loads of signals. Just like, hopefully this won't mess up. So now I can do a new route from Swindon through to, well, I've added it twice, probably the other platforms, so just spreads out a bit more. And yeah, it kind of comes down jointing, and at the moment nothing's using these tracks. Though I could imagine possibly like a Hereford route or some kind of something, maybe like fast route from London to Wales using those lines for the passenger lines. I mean, the other thing I could always do is rebuild Reading Station and kind of have more passenger lines going in towards London. But for now, I think line 1 will be Swindon Food. I shall connect the depot back up to everything, which if I just did it like that, and then, to be honest, if I might then just like connect the track into the tunnel. Why is it not tunneling? There we go. And then kind of like connect up there and connect up there, so trains can actually come out of the depot, run through the cargo platform, and then join the main line. And I don't have any signals there, just to make sure that, you know, nothing gets kind of like weird priority or like big distances between trains or anything. So for the Swindon Food line, this one's cheaper, it's probably the better option. New cargo vehicles finally, or wagons or carriages or whatever. But so for food it will be the box car, and that will be, I'll start off with a 60 capacity because now I know how it will go, and it's possible to extend the trains later. So that's that, and now I think back to the main attention of the video is new train line. Now, in terms of, let's go for passenger stations, just to sort it by that. So I've got the open cut station, that's pretty good. What's this? No, it's module. But yeah, that's probably what I'm going to use, because I have got some underground station assets, but they're not unlocked yet. So if I just was to I mean, I am going to go for 4. Yeah, 4 platforms on every station just means that, like, the capacity theoretically is huge. The only problem with this area is it's on a massive hill. So you might want to go like here. Just less, it's on less of a massive hill. So, pause, well, some deletions are happening. And then I think it's possible to connect up to the edge. So, whoa, that station's, yeah. I don't like how high that station is. So what I think is the best thing to do is use a flatten tool from, say, this height. Just make the whole area that height. The houses on the main road can disappear for now, just so that that height is what's the height of the station is going to be. And that will connect in the back there. We'll get a connection somewhere here. So that connects up there and back up to there. So that covers like a large area, including many bus stops. So that's good. That was at -12, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that's all fine. I mean, I could get the overpasses back. How would this work? I don't even build in when I try to upgrade them. Yeah, should have thought about that earlier, but I think that's fine for now. So then I'll probably... Yeah, so the river will be interesting. I mean... Or the river could just disappear. Could have Blackfriars in IRL. Kind of like, but in-game. This truck unload stop is probably going to be in the way again, though. Traffic's not that bad anymore, I'll just... Shouldn't really be saying this, but I'll just stick it on the main road or something. Or actually no, on this side street's probably a bit better. Then I should probably get this to a lower height. This is expensive, but hopefully that's deep enough so that it goes into tunnels either side the station. And then in terms of getting the station's roads connected up, do it to the start of that roundabout. Why are there traffic lights here? I kind of want to like have 2 separate roads so that I don't like try to like use this as kind of like a proper like road connection. I just want it to purely connect to the station, and those traffic lights can go away. I don't want them. So then probably have something up in the north of Watford if I was to like demolish this, but this is also going to be the start of the East Coast Main Line, so can I fit 6 platforms in? Yes. So 6 platforms, because this is going to be the start of the East Coast Main Line. And then I'll do a connection there, it's not that busy for traffic, and then it can go further. So then that's a straight north-south, and for now, I think I'm just going to get it connected up to Brighton. So let's use a network southeast station, because, you know, southeast. For now, 2 platforms, 240, small main building. Do I really need platforms that long? I guess it's future-proofing. And there's space at this side for more. So, yeah. This can run into here, so how does it do that? There is a level crossing here. It's fine, to be honest. The cars can wait, so that's from this line. I'm going to get it connected up to I don't know how I'm going to do this station, because obviously I could have the lines like split up, kind of one going southeast, which I probably will do, but I mean, how do we do southwest as well? I think for now, I'll get this track connected up, and this track connected up to the Brighton main line. And then we could do a crossover in the tunnel so that no one, I mean, like, just because that's the most efficient place to do it. Then, to be honest, I kind of already want to do signals because just so there's less to come back and do. Now that does do a tunnel success up. It wants to do a level crossing with the big underground ring road. I'm not sure if I want that. Also, it's too much slope. Yeah, that hill's gonna get in the way. Oh, I think it's too much slope because it's trying to do a connection. That's still too much slope. Ah, this might be a bit of a challenge. Hang on. If I just get rid of that station, okay, it'll go back in. Get rid of the tracks all the way back to here. Just kind of like lower the land, then flatten that. Get the station in here with 4 tracks. Oh. Ha, why is it going for 320? I mean, was it 160 before? I think I might have had it as 160. So now that is like really low. The roads might be a bit of an interesting one. So that's just literally going straight into a tunnel if I try to connect it up there. I tell you what, could I not? Would it let me add the overpasses? No, to be honest. Delete that, have the overpasses. No, I don't need the... What is it? Yeah, tarmac 5-lane asymmetric town. Just do that. In terms of entry, get whatever the smallest thing is, because I don't think this is actually going to be... The entry's actually going to be used. Because then those roads... To know how to connect them now, that's the... Just like... This is all not... I thought it would work. To be honest, I might just do some demolition work so that the city is now going to be at this height. I suppose all this terrain work is expensive, but in terms of this, should be fine. So that works. I'm not gonna... Is this gonna connect up? No. I think that can be left to do what it wants to do, but that still covers a large area, including bus stops, which is the main goal. So, is this gonna connect? Still wants to create a level crossing inside that road tunnel. If I just lowered it down a bit. Yeah, that... No. 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 Yeah. I don't really know how to avoid that other than just, like, getting rid of the whole lot underground and then rebuilding it afterwards a bit lower down. So, at the... so I'm probably the best way to do this for the capacity is just to run 4 tracks, 3-4 tracks, like this. And there will be signals in the middle and on approach to the stations. Don't need signals leaving the stations. Those will take care of themselves. Then, yep, that is all connected. That is also all connected, so signal can go back there. Right, that's all good to there. Now, this will enter a tunnel, good. So, I think how this is going to work is just these two will connect to these two, and then the further two will connect up to the further two, and then these two middle platforms will be used for terminating trains going up what will become the East Coast Main Line or something like that. So there's lots of capacity in this. So I think for now Cambridge will be where the line ends, because woo, there's a lot of traffic coming into Cambridge. So the line, I'm trying to think of where the trajectory of the line. Because yeah, it's not looking like the line is naturally going to come very central into Cambridge. Yes, these GWR through stations. Probably going to get 4 platforms, just everything everything we can just to future-proof this whole line for like more capacity in the future. So for now the line's just going to end here, but I think I'm going to set up how I want the tracks to run and then just put a crossover in. So that wants to go straight through the middle of that road junction. Oh yeah, that works. But to be honest, what I might do is just, because there are going to be a lot of train tracks going through here and not all of them will be able to avoid the road junction, so if I just do this whole thing as a bridge, no, that's the floating bridge. I don't want the floating. Don't want bridges floating. Yeah, that type of bridge. Well, it isn't building any pillars. That's fine. So, and I'll just do a 4-lane connection down to there. And traffic lights. Bye bye. And then still need to connect the roads down wherever it is here. But just the patience. So if this one was to connect to this one, then this is going to be a bit complex. Then this one runs into here. This one kind of also runs out to here. This one like that, and then because these two will be the terminating platforms, they can have a crossover. I don't know why it's kind of like doing that weird thing with the land. That's a bit better. And then if I just 570,000, I think we can. Hang on. Minus 6 million. Might need to wait to overcome the debts and also get the road underground connected back up again. Yeah, so that wants a level crossing. I'm going to tell it to, using the N key, just to go down so it doesn't connect. So this is why it's usually advisable not to be in pause mode for too long. But probably some road vehicles freaking out. We're just waiting for a simple 719 grand. Yeah, this traffic's bad, but once we put the train line in, they can use the train line. Why are we suddenly in so much debt? Where are all the big money-making routes making money? You know, seriously, like, how's the balance doing? Swindon Foods barely making any money. I might just... Oh, pause. Oh, pa. I was paused because we had the money and then lost the money. Kilkenny Food's a weird one. Always kind of like seems to take ages to make money. So, Slough London Food Fuel. Sell 2 more vehicles. Tralee Goods. Clearly they aren't filling up. They only need 2 carriages, so I'll give them 2 carriages. Brighton Food and appears to be delivering fuel as well. I think that's saying it doesn't need quite so many vehicles. Cardiff Fuel. I mean, actually, yeah, it's not that unprofitable. Reading Loop, it's not there, it's bus route. Reading Fuel. I mean, like, this London to Birmingham Express, it is full, good. This Slough Grain, is this gonna pick up its full capacity? Because if it isn't, then I don't need so many carriages. Yeah, so this isn't full, so it's filling up to 164, and I'll give it 168 capacity on both trains. Right, now I should have... Now do I have the money to connect these up? No, not like that. Wrong connection. Yep, we do have the money. Right. Press play. Just... How's this connection gonna work? Yes, it will work. 319 grand, got it. Good. So, move the traffic lights down there. It's good. So, in terms of building the train tracks, got a bit of money. So, it's going to run as double track from this line all the way up. So, now the crossover's happened, that's going to go into there. That will follow like that, and then there'll be a crossover in case they kind of want to switch between the outer and inner lines. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit this crossover to 70 miles an hour so they don't use it. So like if they're coming out of this track and want to go down to this line, they kind of like just go down to this line with 75 mile an hour tracks. So that's that. And then I think it's repeat on the other side. But oh, get them running, all running parallel. So this runs up to there. This will get here. Need some more money, 2 million. And then just kind of head straight for the outer track. This will run parallel like this. And then can connect up to either track. And then crossover at not quite full speed. So that should all work very well. Complicated, I know, I like complicated, and for now I'm just gonna, because there's only one line and we're only running up to Cambridge, I'm just gonna do that. So that crossover will probably go in the future, but So, signals there. Signals here. Then signal, 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 and then signal, signal, signal. That's good. Right, so this will of course need a depot. It's completely disconnected from any other train line. So Brighton. It's gonna do that because I'm not letting it turn around, and it's got one-way signals. But if it wants to do that, it will go. Oh, we have the connection. So use that platform. It's fine. Back to Watford Central, London, Croydon, Brighton. Okay, so that's all good. Once again, we do not need the 4 tracks for now, but we might need them later, and I'm planning for the future here. So, in terms of depots, I'm tempted to like build one of these really big depots somewhere that I go off the workshop, but for now, I don't think that's going to be worth it. The line's mostly in tunnels, that's why it's going to be a bit difficult to build a depot, but I might just run it out of here into like this track here, and then I might make the signal not one way so that if trains ever want to go back to the depot, because that is a thing, but you can send trains back to the depot, that should be fine. So what's going to be a reasonable train to start with, also considering that, I mean, we don't really, I'd say not prioritising the speed at the moment because it won't get that fast. It's a kind of suburban commuter line. So to start off with 156 capacity, probably need several of those trains, but 16 million, so I guess I shall cut back to when I have some more money. Right, so we now have 33 million, so that's enough for 2 trains, and they're purchased. So I'll put them on the Brighton to Cambridge passenger. You know what? At both Brighton and Cambridge they can use both available platforms, because for now at least. But what that's going to do is it's going to send both trains out, and what we'll do is I'll pause one of them, let the other go down to Brighton, and then once the other one's at Brighton, we can let the other train go. If that makes any sense whatsoever. So pause. So then this train, this is the chosen one, should be out. Can it really not go into the other platform? I set it up to be able to do that, but anyway, okay. Fine. This one can be stopped, and we'll take a ride on this one. As you can see, that train was pretty quiet. It'll pick up more people as it goes back, and people actually like realise the train line exists and get to the station. But now that one is going, I did remember. So some pretty bad traffic coming into Cambridge. I'm wondering whether to just delete those roads, and extend the 4-lane road just down to there. then get rid of the traffic lights. That will probably help stuff, but the traffic isn't too bad. This road is still busy. I did also add bus routes in. While we were waiting for the money to buy the trains, I had bus routes in Brighton and Cambridge and around Croydon. I could probably, because London and its surrounding places have expanded so much that I could probably do with even more bus routes. So that's a really long loop, just taking High Wycombe as well as Watford, and I think I'll call it, what should I call it? The Watford to High Wycombe loop. And then, because that's really long, I probably should have done it both directions, but because it's really long, get nearest depots here, get 12 vehicles. I mean, this is a really dense area. It's connecting people to the train station. So, that's all good to go. So, I really want to kind of rename some of these stations, because number one, kind of trying to base it off real life, and number two, when it names it after the wrong place. So, London Blackfriars. I kind of want to call this London Paddington, because it goes out to the west. Hopefully I'm spelling this all right. Call this, yeah, Watford. Watford, could I call it Watford Junction? That's kind of more the West Coast main line, but keep it as Watford Central. This is Croydon, that's fine. Well, I could call it East Croydon based on real life, but because that's the main station in Croydon. And this is Slough Central, that's just Slough. Slough Central. Forget it, I can't really be that bothered. Still steam train doing the Reading fuel route. Is that Swindon food route actually getting much? Kind of. But this line is really busy. Just getting an extra 4 on it. I don't want to overload it. But yeah, so hopefully now there's a train line, there should be a bit less traffic heading up to London. But I suppose it might take a while for the backlog to go. How busy is this train? 30 people? It's not too bad. Yeah, this kind of station is in a bit of a dead zone. It doesn't really connect to the bus route or anything, because it's just a bit too far away. No, it won't. Adding the overpasses won't work. Hang on, let's see. If I just destroyed that station, went back to passengers, stations, it's 4, 160, it's that, it's that, it's that. It does connect our collision. Oh, the river. That's why. No, wrong way. Oh, because the bridge is there. You know what? This doesn't have to be a bridge, we can just kind of like keep it flat. So, streets goes from here to here. That works. Just check there aren't any like traffic lights or anything at either end. Or traffic lights there. So now, those overpasses do work. But that... Oh, yeah. What's it struggling to connect? Let's put it on the wrong platform, that's why. Train. Right, turn around, that's fine. But yeah, so the bus line does now connect, which is positive. That means more people will use the station. Where's the nearest bus stop on this side? It's all the way over here. So yeah. I like done a bit of a loop. I suppose that won't be a very good way for kind of people to get around, because they'd rather just use this road, which also has a higher speed, than go kind of like wiggle round here. But yes. So, this train here has 14 people on board. These lines always build up over their passenger demand over time. Gosh, I decreased the carriages on this, and the demand went straight back up again. It's like, demand for this line is always changing. Because it's full again now, somehow. Yeah, people waiting for it here. Ah, that is a problem that the Birmingham shuttle keeps waiting here. Because there's no signal here, so the train just comes in. What I'm also probably also be a good thing to do is make a crossover, do it as a kind of proper two-way crossover, so then the train can use either platform if I set it up. Why is it doing this? This is annoying. Now the tracks aren't properly aligned. Connect there, signal, this route, Birmingham shuttle, in Birmingham, exchange, can use either platform, so it doesn't have to wait for this train. I just realised that wasn't a one-way signal. But yeah. And now it's going into that platform and keeping this one stuck behind it. That's probably not a great idea, but I should probably actually default it to the other side, because if that train's trying to get in, it will be stuck behind it all the way here, so it won't actually be right kind of on its tail. So yeah, what's this train's problem? Just, it's annoying now it'll miss a whole load of passengers, but yeah. How's the traffic doing? It's like, oh, there's this. If there's ever one junction where all the traffic's like backing up to, then it's good to put a roundabout. But in this case, it's really, what's it all backing up to? Got an intercity traffic jam. I think it might be time to get some more buses set up here, because around here, because they've got the train stations, but the train stations only cover like the train stations, so, and also like the rest of Birmingham. So I guess now it's actually just going to be best to cut to when I have the bus line set up. We have a look at the lines now. You can see got a lot of bus lines all over the place. Just looking at this, but also because Manchester's a big place and isn't connected to a train line, I did something quite, I guess you could say, extreme, which was that I built an entire, what I called the Manchester Rapid Tramway, to connect it down to the station in Warrington. Now I used player ownership on these roads, so the AI computer, whatever, won't connect these up to anything else, so this is entirely separate. I've got the depot down here, so, but I mean, the best solution to traffic is to, like, have alternatives. And it probably will go down. This is all kind of semi-moving, so I'm just noticing that a lot of traffic is concentrated around this junction here. If I move, when I get the money, move the bus stop back, and then move the bus stop back to there, then for some reason my strict construction of the roundabout just isn't working. So I have to build my own. Just, oh, player ownership, no. Just no. And I'll just go and keep. Then stay. Actually, no, I do want player ownership on the roundabout, just so that the game doesn't do anything weird with it. Why is it? There we go. Roundabout. So, tools. What I would do is player ownership on all the roads and also the roads leading in, just to make sure there aren't any awkward road connections and that the traffic just keeps moving. I mean, it's backing up all the way from Birmingham. I've done these kind of 2+1 roads. I'm tempted just to go to 2+2 because the traffic demand has reversed. Or no, the demand hasn't reversed, it's just where the queues have moved. The queues have moved. So got the money for that. These are fairly cheap, but yeah. When it comes to buildings, that's not going to work. That will work, and then I will just need some money for this one. Hopefully we don't go into debt before that. So, coming up on... Got it. Right, just making sure there aren't any traffic lights. So no. That's all good. But yeah, hopefully they shall... Yeah, they're all ready. I mean, even every vehicle who uses the other lane is kind of just like helping solve the traffic. And now they're kind of entering the roundabout twice as quick. I mean, I'm tempted to... I'm just tempted to upgrade that road, but that's going to be expensive. I mean, it's the same price for 4-lane. I may as well just do a lane each direction, and traffic lights can go there. But that should just help split the traffic a bit more. It's not like half and half, but every vehicle that uses the other lane is not using that lane. Gosh, this junction here is also chaos. But luckily, it's in an area which isn't really built up, so it should be easy to build a roundabout once I have the money. Kind of like, just go. The problem with this map is that a lot of the towns, whatever, already had their roads connected before like started playing, so the towns were already not only trying to send vehicles to and from each other before I built the public transport lines, but also were growing because of that, which means that there was even more vehicles. So this is relatively easy to expand these roads here, just removing traffic lights where I don't want them. I mean, this road in Stoke could maybe do with it, but to be honest, it's the traffic every time I just move more vehicles along, or as more people taking public transport, it's just gonna relieve the road congestion. I mean, it's still backing up to the middle of Birmingham, but it's backing up to a bus stop in the middle of Birmingham. This is quite funny. There we go, it's moving now. Yeah, 3,006 people in Birmingham, plus you think Leicester, Worcester, pretty much connects in this kind of whole corridor of Liverpool 2,000, Chester not many, Warrington 200, Manchester 400. I could do with some sort of public transport going to Sheffield, because this is quite busy as well. If you think London as well. London's not that bad, because I've kind of focused on public transport, and look, Brighton traffic's completely gone down. But yeah, Croydon 340, London 3366, so that's like over 3,500. I mean, like, overall this kind of whole area, including Slough and Rochester and Southend, it's probably almost 5,000. Oh, and High Wycombe as well, it's definitely over 5,000. So, where are the crowds? Let's go up to 15 vehicles. Both directions, I suppose. How's this line doing? This train isn't full. This train isn't really full either. I mean, really, it should kind of... It'll gather more people over time. Kind of like... At the moment, if people want to cross kind of this this train line only has the use for kind of people going to and from Brighton and Cambridge, kind of crossing London. I suppose people are just taking the bus. But its demand will increase. Maybe I just need 2 trains, but, you know, It's got 2 trains. Let's just check how every other train line is doing. The passenger express. Oh my gosh. I mean, to be honest, feel like I keep on changing the amount of carriages on this, but I'm gonna... Do I dare go up to... Let's keep it at 210 for now. Is this train full? No. I think everything's doing well. Swindon Food, the kind of like tiny little train. Oh my gosh, London to Swansea passenger. Just like they always want to go in towards London. I suppose the trains might already be full by the time they get to Swindon. Because, I mean, this one was full until I added on the other carriage. So yeah. Bristol doesn't have a bus route, but it seems to be doing fine. So yeah, is this possible at some point I could get passenger trains running down here into this station, just to kind of split the traffic? This station, could I connect these 2 stations, or would that just be too far? I mean, say, if I added a passenger building here, connected this road up to... Connected the road up to here. Let's just... Can't even afford it. There we go. I'm poor. Boom. That then connects up. No, it's not going nearly far enough, but I can just... I can't really actually just get the bus. I can do a bus shuttle. A shuttle bus. Into London Blackfriars. So this area hasn't really got the best public transport other than the train anyway, so I'll start the bus here. Just run straight down to the station. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to stop the buses here, and then they can carry on to this side somewhere. Because they'll come here. You know, how do I do this? Because they'll kind of come in here. Would this work? No. I could do that for 1.516 million. That's a bit cheaper than a bit. So, money's all coming in very fast, so that connection there means that the buses will then be able to stop at this bus stop. So kind of like additional bus route. Got loads of these now. From just kind of like to connect up the main bits. Oh, I see what it's doing. That's a bit... I'm not really sure I want it to do that, to be honest, but... Yeah, I don't want it to do that. Let's put a waypoint in. And then it will come across... that's interesting. It's doing different routes in both directions. So it's crossing the city, but... I don't think it really matters that much. So yeah, line 1 is London Stations Shuttle. And in terms of road depot, I'm just going to get 34, no, 3 on there. London Station Shuttle. So, yeah, I think we've made very good progress this episode. New train line. Traffic in London is nothing. Emissions aren't the greatest though. made progress around this area with kind of like bus lines and etc. And just probably overall reducing the congestion a bit. So I don't really know what the plan is for next episode, but we'll probably kind of extend the line down from Cambridge kind of north, maybe get some bricks delivered to some of the cities kind of by train. But anyway, we'll see you next episode. Thanks for watching.